Wait, wait. Yes, madam. Now it's okay.
Okay, sir.
Right.
Good afternoon, one and all present here. First of all, I would like to thank our management, respected Secretary Sri Ashok Kumar Muntraji, the Principal Captain Dr. Santosh Babu, and the Head of the Department Dr. T. Velmurugan to permit us to conduct 50 days National Webinar Marathon 2021 in an efficient manner. It is my pleasure to welcome you all the participants for the Week 7 Academic Eminence Stream 47th day. Now, I would like to call upon Mr. Panniselvam sir to deliver the brief introduction of our resource person. Over to you,
Thank you,
sir.
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Warm welcome to one and all present here. I'm very happy to introduce about our today eminent resource person, Dr. Chandrasekhar, Professor, Department of Computer Science, Periyar University, Salem. He has 12 plus years of experience in teaching and specialized in mobile computing. Under his guidance, 22 students were awarded MPhil degree and 6 scholars were awarded PhD. Currently, 7 students are pursuing PhD under his supervision, and 1 scholar has submitted his thesis. Sir has presented and published papers in various international conferences and journals, including Scopus and Web of Science, and also organized and attended various FTP seminars. We are very delighted to have you as our speaker for today's session, sir. With this small introduction, now I welcome our today's resource person to take over the session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm Dr. Chandrasekhar, Professor, Department of Computer Science, Periyar University. My topic is mobile computing in 5G technology. 5G technology. So first, there is a content. What are the agenda of today's sessions? So need of 5G. What is the need? What is the importance? What is need of the 5G? We can move from 4G to 5G. Nowadays we are using the fourth generation mobile networks. We need to move from 4G to 5G. Then what are the recommendations given by International Telecommunication Unions? ITU, it is the autonomous body. It is located at Geneva. This ITU, it will monitor as well as it will approve all the standardization based on the mobile computing devices as well as the standards. So it is the autonomous body. It is located at Geneva. Another one is the architecture. So any new system or new type of environment, we need the architecture. Here also the IMT 2020, it is a new architecture. International Mobile Telecommunication 2020. It is a architecture. Madam, it is audible? My audio is okay? Anyone, please?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
Right.
Yes,
Right.
sir,
So
you are.
IMT 2020. So it is a new architecture based on fifth generation mobile networks. So in 3G and 4G, we are using only GSM architecture, global system for mobile. So it is a architecture. It is the existing architecture for 3G and 4G. Now we move from 4G to 5G. So definitely the components are, we can add some of the models as well as some of the components. So entire environment we can change from 4G to 5G. So it is a new architecture. It is a IMT 2020. It is a new architecture approved by ITU, International Telecommunication Union. Next agenda is 5G technology and spectrum requirements. So it is a new type of technology, as well as we need a new spectrum. It is a new range of spectrum. We know about the hertz, kilohertz, megahertz, gigahertz, terahertz, and petahertz. It is a various ranges as in spectrum, available spectrum. In 4G, we are using with the 6 gigahertz to 100 gigahertz. It is the range allotted for 5G mobile applications, mobile network from 6G to then as well as 100 gigahertz. We can use it is a range for fifth generation mobile networks. Another one is key challenges in 5G. Here we need to antennas. Here there are two type of antennas. This is a MIMO. It is a massive antennas, and another one is a small cell antennas. Up to 4G, we are having only tower. We can say about it is a base station. From the tower, the node may be interconnected through the tower only. So it is single tower based on the density as well as the population of the network. Just we can install, you can deploy that tower based on the needs, based on the density of the network. You can increase the number of tower. So a single base station is enough. From the tower, we can communicate. We can connect our mobile devices from one tower to another tower. Here also the seamless mobility also possible. At the time of mobility, we can seamlessly mobile from one base station to one tower to another tower. So in 5G, apart from a single antenna, we need to install more small cells. So here we are using it only 6 gigahertz to 100 gigahertz. So definitely it is a high range of your spectrum, high range of your frequency. You can increase the range of frequency from hertz to gigahertz. So definitely the penetration level is tremendously reduced. So penetration level in the hertz, kilohertz, megahertz, gigahertz, then terahertz. So if you increasing the spectrum range from hertz to gigahertz, definitely the radio waves cannot penetrate to the huge buildings. So we needed to install more smaller antennas. So the if you go for a huge mall or maybe in the seat, definitely apart from the MIMO antenna, we can install more smaller cells antenna. Then only we can go for a 5G technology. Another one is the 5G applications. Finally, with this summary, these are my content, my agenda of today sessions. So what is the need? Why you can go for a 5G? This is the first agenda. So definitely the traffic is rising rapidly, mostly due to video streaming. Nowadays we are going for online video streaming as well, online applications. So any transaction you can take as any transaction or maybe any applications. Definitely we need the bulk amount of data or maybe streaming of data from we can share from our mobile network to the particular servers. So we need a higher traffic as well as it will automatically increasing the traffic also. So it is a main. So we need a huge bandwidth. Definitely we need a 4G. We can go only up to 100 Mbps. Apart from 100 Mbps, definitely we need a reliable communication as well as the any type of automation. We can take this another example, maybe the autopilots. So in the autopilots, each and every millisecond is very, very important. As well as the robot surgery. Suppose I take this example is robot surgery. In the robot surgery, the doctor may be available at any part of the globe. So the robot, it will do the operations. So definitely here we need a 100% reliable type of a connectivity. So without any latency or maybe a 0 millisecond latency, we need a type of environment. So for the purpose, we can need a huge bandwidth networks. Another one is with the multiple devices, each user has a growing number of connections. As well as we need to connect IoT, will require networks that most handle with the millions of more devices. As well as we need to increase the energy efficiency also. Then operational costs also we can reduce from network operators. The mobile communication technology can enable new use cases, that is ultra low latency or maybe high reliability cases. So and a new applications for the industry, opening up a new revenue stream also for operators. So we need a ultra low latency as well as a high reliability number of applications. Based on the application, we can evolve from 4G to 5G. So these are the connectivity community. Suppose as an example, smart home. In the smart home, all our equipment or maybe all the devices may be interconnected. So the device can share the data between one device to another devices. It may be a CCTV camera, it may be a fridge, it may be a TV, as well as any safe home system. So all the devices as well equipment may be interconnected based on the 5G. So we need a seamless connectivity within a home. As well as we can take another example is hospitals or maybe schools or maybe a school. Then a safe vehicle. Safe vehicle definitely is autopilot enabled vehicles. The vehicles can move from one place to another place based on the huge connectivity. It is a higher data. We need a high data of your communications. These are some of the connected community based on the 5G. So the recommendation by ITU, International Telecommunication Union. So some of the ITU, definitely we need to reach 50 billion any time from the year 2020 onwards. So that number of connectivity we need, as well as it should handle a huge amount of data much faster, reliably connect an extremely large number of devices and process very high volumes of data with a minimal delay. So 5G should deliver significantly increased operational performance, increased spectral efficiency, higher data rates than low latency, superior user experience than near to fixed network, but offering full mobility and coverage. So the 5G needs to provide a massive deployment of IoT things offering acceptable level of energy consumption. So equipment cost may be reduced, network deployment, then operational cost also reduced. So these are the three type of usage scenario based on the 5G. First one is enhanced mobile broadband to deal with the hugely increased data rates, the high user density and very high traffic capacity for hotspot scenario, as well as a seamless coverage and high mobility scenario with improved used data rates. Example, so enhanced indoor and outer broadband connectivity, as well as the enterprise collaboration, then augmented and virtual reality. You know about the AR, VR. So these are the environment we need based on the enhanced mobile broadband. So here we need a huge broadband. Simply say we need a huge broadband for the purpose of the indoor and outdoor broadband services. Then the enterprise may be interconnected. Then as well as we need a reliable live AR, VR applications. So second scenario may be the massive machine type communication. So you can call us MMTC for the IoT devices. Here we need to, the devices may be interconnected. Machine type may be interconnected. So devices may be interconnected. And some of the example may be IoT device may be interconnected. Then asset tracking, smart agriculture. Here we need to install one number of wireless devices in the agriculture. So based on the input, so we can go for the further processing. Maybe weather forecasting, maybe the weather predictions, any cultivation predictions. So we need to interconnect the smaller devices in the agricultural field, as well as the smart cities. So in the energy monitoring, the smart home, so remote monitoring. So these are some of the applications based on the machines can interconnect. The mobile machines may be integrated based on the 5G. Another one is maybe the ultra reliable and low latency communication. You can call it URLC to cater for safety and critical and mission critical application. Maybe the autonomous vehicle. It is a autopilot. So in the foreign countries, some of the vehicles may be enabled with the autopilot vehicles. So the vehicle can travel from one place to source to destination without any help, without any driver. So just we can give the input. So the vehicle, autopilot vehicle can travel at a predefined speed as well as a predefined direction towards the destinations. Maybe the remote patient monitoring is and the health, it may be another application, maybe as well as the industrial automations. So here we need the 0 millisecond latency. So almost the latency may be equal to 0. So we need a reliable communications. We can think about in a autonomous vehicle as well as the already I told you about the robot operations. So robot can do operations with the help of doctors. So doctor may be available any part of the globe. Based on the input and output, the robot can automatically do the operations. So foreign countries, it will be in the trial process. Definitely after the 5G, it may be evolved in the hospital industry also, medical industry also. So these are some of the requirements based on the ITU. So for peak data rate may be the downlink, so 20 gigabits, uplink may be the minimum 10 gigabits. For peak spectral efficiency, download 30 bit per second per hertz. So hertz minimum is 30 bits. Here 5G we are using only gigahertz, 6 gigahertz. So 6 gigahertz. So we can convert the hertz into gigahertz. So 1000 hertz equal to 1 kilohertz. So finally, so hertz, kilohertz, gigahertz, then terahertz, then petahertz. In 5G we are using up from 6 gigahertz to 100 gigahertz for the spectrum. Same things uplink may be 50 bits per second per hertz. We can convert this hertz into kilohertz. So that number of bit can be download as well as the upload. Then mobility, so 500 kilometer per hour in our rural based on the enhanced mobile broadband. These are the downlink and the uplink based on the EMFP. Again, these are the 4 EMS for EMFP, the 1 EMS for I2C. The minimum requirement for then machine to machine type of connections, the density is so that 10 lakhs number of devices may be the per kilometer square. So that number of density is possible based on the application of MMTC. Then the minimum requirement for EMFB and the URL's mobility interface is almost 0 milliseconds. So latency is almost equal to 0 milliseconds. So these are the comparison between the LTE, 4G with LTE, another one is 5G with LTE. So LTE, you know about long-term evaluations. Nowadays we are using with 4G with LTE. So in our mobile, sometimes we may see that LTE, 4G, LTE. So LTE it is a long-term evaluations. So in respect to latency, throughput, connection, and mobility, the network architecture it is higher than existing 4G network, 4G with LTE. So definitely the latency it is almost maybe 0 or 1 milliseconds. End-to-end latency 1 millisecond. So it is a acceptable latency. Throughput it is a 10 Gbps per connections. Then the connections it may be 100 times compared with the 4G and the 5G. Then the mobility is 500 km per hour. So here the mobility is higher. So faster vehicles, we can think about any train or maybe any fast moving vehicle. So it is able to connectivity based on in 5G. But in 4G, the drawback is suppose we can travel from in train. So some of the time you may not get the connectivity based on the poor connectivity in 4G. But it is not happening in 5G. So definitely it is a higher architecture based on 4G and 5G. Again, these are the IMT 2020 visions with the 5G capability. So these are some of the architectures. Here also it is a architecture. So it is entirely different with the 4G architecture with the 5G. 5G architecture IMT 2020 it is a architecture. It is a 4-layer architecture. Nowadays in up to 4G we are studied about the 5G 5-layer architecture. Now it is merged with the 5-layer with the 4 layers. Again, this is a reference model. There are only 4 reference model: data plane model, control plane model, management plan, and applications. So these are the IMT 2020 basic reference model for the purpose of the 5G networks. Again, so it is a 5G technology and a spectrum requirement. It is already studied. So in the 5G, it is not a single base station. It is not a single antenna. We need a 5G macro antenna. It is as well as the very smaller cells. These are the 2 types of antennas. Smaller cells may be deployed in huge building as well as the maximum we need to deploy in the inner part of the cities. The 5G macro cell, it is a major antenna. It is a hybrid antenna. We can say it is a hybrid antenna. So in this antenna, it is for the purpose of outdoor. We can say indoor and outdoor. So indoor, it is a very in-depth places, density places. We need to install the smaller cell. This is called 5G smaller cells. Then 5G macro for the purpose of the outdoor. So the 2 type of antenna we wish to install for the purpose of the 5G. But in our up to 4G, a single base station, single antenna it is enough. This is a cellular architecture. Nowadays we are having only the cellular architecture based on the 4G. So now we need to install that macro antennas. So we can replace this 4G base station as well as the tower with the 5G macros. Additionally, we need to deploy 5G smaller cells. Then smaller cells may be deployed only in the inner part of the cities. So here the very important thing is here we are using only gigahertz level frequency. If you increasing that spectrum range from hertz to gigahertz, definitely the penetration may be very slow, but it having more huge bandwidth. For the purpose of bandwidth, we are increasing the range that we are using that gigahertz level of radio frequency. So the penetration is the only drawback. For the purpose of avoiding, we can increase the penetration. We can install the 5G smaller cells. That smaller cell, it will handle that connectivity in a better way. These are the radio access. Again, when we compare 4G macro cell as well as the 5G smaller cell, it is already, as well as we can connect the smaller cell tower also. Then 5G macro cells, we are using MIMO, multiple input as well as multiple output. So it is a hybrid antenna. It's a massive antenna. So this massive antenna, it will take care of the only the outdoor connectivity for the 5G networks. The massive, it is a massive. We can increase that efficiency. 5G users, so definitely we can exchange, we can replace the handset. So the 4G handset handle our mobile devices. It may not be suitable for 5G networks. Definitely we can purchase, we can brought a 5G mobile. Then only we can use the 5G networks. 5G user equipment including mobile phones and the devices will also have MIMO antenna technology built into the devices for the purpose of the 5G connectivity. So nowadays we are in India, we are having only 4G networks with 4G devices. So the 5G antenna, 5G mobile is also available in the market. So we can purchase from the 5G antenna. But right now, so in India, there is no 5G technology. Some of the foreign countries, especially in the foreign countries, they are already deployed the 5G networks. Suppose we are having the 5G phone means, so we can use 3G network as well as the 4G networks. So in India. So if you are having the 5G, if you are already in the deployed 5G means, we can use the 5G networks. So these are the massive MIMO. It is a massive MIMO antenna. So it is the purpose of antenna is it will give the connectivity for the outdoor places. If it is in the huge mall or maybe in the inner city, the smaller antenna, it will take care of the smaller antenna for the connectivity. So it is a massive MIMO antenna. So here it is based on the 5G. Again, so it having the antenna as well as the interconnectivity. So internally it is the 64 antenna may be interconnected. So it may, for purpose of the better connectivity, that is a massive MIMO systems. So MIMO, they are using the beam stream technology that allows the massive MIMO based antenna to direct the radio signals to the user and the device rather than in all directions. So it will go for the directions based on the concept of the beamforming. So this is a 5G macro. So how the 5G macro, it will go for the connectivity for the mobile vehicle as well as the persons. So it is a smaller cell antenna system. So this antenna may be deployed in the street place, mainly in the street as well as the inner part of the cities as well as the huge malls. Because that MIMO cannot support the huge mall, maybe the inner part of the cities. So for the inner part of the city, we can install only the smaller cell antennas. These cell antennas, it will take care of the connectivity for the inner cities. So you can compare the 4G macro with the 5G macro. It is more than the 100 times. So it will give the connectivity. Again, it's massive. So the second thing, so it is the architecture. Again, that is the architecture. Here we see the spectrum, 5G spectrum. So the 1 to gigahertz. So here new mobile system, it is based on the 5G from 6 gigahertz to 100 gigahertz. So definitely you can increasing the spectrum from hertz to gigahertz. Definitely the wavelength may be reduced. You know about the wavelength lambda. So lambda wavelength, so it is a distance between the two high peak of the signals. So any two high peak of the, it is lambda. Lambda equal to 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second divided by the frequency, the corresponding frequency. So it is the lambda. So the wavelength, it is the distance between the two high peak of the any signals. Two high peak or maybe the low peak. It is same. So it is the lambda equal to 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second divided by frequency F. So we can use the 6 gigahertz to 100 gigahertz for the purpose of a 5G spectrum. So increased spectrum, definitely a greater capacity, more user and faster speed, additional mobile spectrum above 6 gigahertz. So including the 26 to 28 gigahertz, so often referred to as a millimeter. We can say it is a millimeter radio waves. So that range we can call as a millimeter radio waves. Then, so these are the new spectrum broadband range as well as the new global mobile allocations. It is already discussed. The Hawaii multi-layer spectrum, it is already deployed in the Hawaii city. They are using this technology. Again, this is the difference between the 3GPP and the 5G networks. So it is a architecture, it is a network architecture based on the protocol. So definitely any new environment or maybe any new system, we can identify some of the protocols. That protocols, it has certain responsibilities. Each protocol will have certain responsibility in the environment, in the architecture. Here we are using the new architecture as well as the new protocol architecture. So it is a 5G protocol architecture. It is having the some of the protocols. This protocol it will support. It will give the certain responsibility in the 5G networks. Here also the 5G networks. Then the 5G interfaces. Here we need to connect heterogeneous devices as well as the equipment. We need to connect smaller cells as well as we need to connect the smaller cell as well as the MIMO, massive MIMO antennas, as well as we can connect our handheld devices, mobile devices. So definitely these are the heterogeneous devices. So for the purpose of connecting heterogeneous devices, we can identify some of the interfaces. Based on the interfaces only, we can connect the heterogeneous devices. It is not a homogeneous devices. It is not going to connect only mobile. You can connect mobile with the base station. Here the base station, two type of here base station, massive MIMO as well as the smaller cells. Apart from the massive MIMO and small, again it may be interconnected with all MIMO, massive MIMO antennas. Finally, we can use the backbone of our network. Based on the backbone of network, we can achieve the global connectivity. These are different type of interfaces as well as the 5G latency requirement based on the industry. The usage is enough. These are the different applications, maybe the smart home and buildings, smart cities, then 3D video, the work and play in the cloud, remote medical services. Remote medical services, I already told about the robot operations based on the 5G. Then AR and VR as well as the 5G technology, it may be based on the industry settings, machine to machine communication, the IoT device with the connected vehicles. These are some of the usage scenarios. These are some of the key challenges. So we need to deploy the smaller cells. These are the very important challenges. So local permitting and planning process. So definitely we can go for the install the smaller cells. Then only we can go for the 5G network, mobile networks. So the local planning as well as the permission is very, very important. Then lengthy engagement and procurement exercise. So it is the hardware deployment. So definitely it will take some time. Then fees charges to access the seat places. Again, we can install as well, so we can maintain that devices in the seat as well as the huge malls, huge buildings. Then human exposure to radio frequency, electromagnetic EMF, it's not a problem. These are some of the challenges based on the 5G. Video summary. So in the final, the 5G will address enhanced mobile broadband as well as ultra reliable low latency communications. You can call it URLLC. Then the massive machine type communication. So machines can interconnected for the purpose of the 5G. The 5G requires a new network architecture. Definitely we can replace the existing base station tower with the new architecture as a hardware deployment, as well as we can install the small cells are an essential component of a 5G for purpose of the intercities. For the inner places, we need to install the smaller cells. Apart from the massive MIMO antenna, we need to install the smaller antenna. Then you can achieve the 5G. Very, very important thing is we can replace our phone. Nowadays we are using the 4G phone, means definitely we can purchase a 5G phone from the market. Nowadays these 5G phones are available from the market. We can deploy the 4G with the 5G. We can move from 4G to with the 5G. So another thing is I'm having a smaller video. Based on the smaller video, you may put, you know about the some of the applications based on the 5G. So 1940s is a first G. In first G, there is a first generation and second generation. We are having only the manual switches. Nowadays we are using hybrid switches. So in the initial stage, initial generation, they are using only that manual switches for the purpose of a connectivity, for the purpose of a telephone. So minimum one city to another city, we have only minimum connectivity. So manually we can plug the connectivity, then only you can go for the connections in first G and second G. So up to 4G LTE. So nowadays in India we are using with 4G LTE only. Long-term evaluations. Now we are ready to move from 4G to 5G. I think you know checked in the newspaper. So in the after April 2022, the 5G may come in India. Indian government, they are plan to deploy the 5G networks after April 2022. So in 4G up to 100 Mbps. So the speed may be 100 Mbps per second. So some of the ISPs, so we are giving in the more 150 and the 1000 Mbps also possible. But in 5G, dramatically it is increasing. So it is a 5G spectrum. We can start from 6 gigahertz to 100 gigahertz. So it is, we know about it is a licensed spectrum. So the user can get the prior permission from Government of India, and then only you can use the frequency. You know about the spectrum allocations. Based on the allocations, we can use the frequency. The service provider in the mobile service provider, they have to get the spectrum from Government of India based on the tender formalities. So we can do these various applications based on the 5G. Right? Then so possible. Then in industrial process. So these are the massive MIMO antennas, multiple input, multiple output antenna. So here having the more number of antennas. So the antennas may be interconnected. This is inbuilt with a single MIMO antennas. So it is a multi-directional antenna. You know about the multi-directional. So all the direction, it will send and receive a data. So it may act as a transmitter, both transmission as well as the receiving capabilities based on the massive MIMO antennas. So here the high data rates. So the internal part of the MIMO antennas. So each square represents is an antenna. It is a antenna. So it is able to act as a transceiver. This video is having audio, but in audio it is not telecasted in. It is a seamless handover. We already having the in 4G also seamless handover. So you can during the mobility, so you can move from one coverage to another cell coverage. Now is the smoothness the soft handover also possible. Based on the new connectivity only, you can place the previous connectivity. So this is called a smooth handover and seamless mobility based on the 4G as well as 5G. In 5G also is possible based on the smooth handovers. So smaller cells. So we need to deploy more number of smaller cells within a building. Then only the 5G connectivity it is possible. So it is outer cell small cells, the indoor cell small cells. So it is the deployment of the fixing of the smaller cells. Smaller cells in the building. So within a building surroundings, this smaller cell it will handle. It will take care of the connectivity. Suppose we need a dynamic for any urgency, just we can deploy the smaller cells through the drone. Through the drone, we can deploy the smaller cells. After this deployment, so we can able to connectivity. It is possible based on the therefore it is a full duplex. A single connectivity it is enough. Based on the single radio waves, we can able to send and receive data from base station to our mobile. So the single radio waves, through the single radio waves, it is able to send and receive data packets from mobile to the particular antenna as well as the antenna to our mobile. So it is a full duplex based on the single radio frequencies. So these are the internal part of the smaller cells. So in 5G, almost latency may be reduced almost 0 milliseconds. So it is a comparison of 4G with the 5G networks. So it is a small demonstrations based on the 5G applications. So this video is having audio, but audio started telecasted. It is a 4G network based on the latency in 100 milliseconds. So first chart represent the 4G. So next chart it is a 5G. Next we change the 5G mode. So it is 5G mode. In the 5G mode, so it is so in the 5G network the latency is only 3 milliseconds. So within 3 milliseconds, so it is over. Next one is bandwidth. So in 5G we are having a huge bandwidth. So energy consumption also reduced in 5G networks. In India, we are using with only LTE. So LTE Advanced Pro, we are not using the LTE Advanced Pro. So the foreign countries, they are using the 4G with LTE Advanced Pro. But in India, we are using only LTE 4G with LTE, long-term evaluations. So it is only the standardization. Based on the standardization, we are using the 4G networks. So these are a comparison. It is an unlicensed spectrum. So 5 gigahertz. So it is a unlicensed spectrum available allotted for the purpose of a Wi-Fi. So Wi-Fi. So we are having the already we are using the 2.4 gigahertz for the purpose of a wireless LAN. Now we are using the 5 gigahertz. 5 gigahertz for the purpose of the Wi-Fi. So the globally the Wi-Fi connectivity is very important. So we can identify 2.4 gigahertz. Previously we are having 2.4 gigahertz. Now we are using the 5 gigahertz as a free ISM band for the purpose of a wireless LAN. So 5 gigahertz is applicable for 4G as well as 5G also. 5G also for the purpose of a wireless LAN. So application of a 5G, so it may be used in agriculture, then manufacturing industry, then smart cities for then connected homes. So the dream is unlimited data, gigabit data transmissions. So AR VR applications. So now we can move from artificial intelligence, machine learning. Yes. Any clarifications? So thank you. Any clarifications or any doubts? Please ask. Please. Madam, any clarification regarding
Yeah,
5G?
yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, madam. Please, madam.
There is no queries, I think.
Yes, madam. Okay, madam. Okay, madam.
Oh.
Then we'll.
Shall we conclude, sir?
Yes, madam.
Okay.
Yes, madam. Before that, I will give the vote of thanks. I thank the authority
Yes.
as well as the management of DG Vaishnav College, Principal Sir Dr. Santosh Paul Sir, then Organizing Secretary Velrajan. So I thank the authority as well as the organization for giving me the opportunity for this session. Thank you, sir. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, madam.
It was excellent presentation about mobile computing in 5G technology, sir. This session was very useful to our students, sir. Now, I call upon Ms. Sivaranjani ma'am to deliver the vote of thanks. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of DCA department, I would like to thank our webinar speaker, Dr. C. Chandrasekhar sir, Professor, Department of Computer Science, Periyar University, Salem, us with his knowledge in the topic mobile computing in 5G technology. It was a very informative session. Thank you, sir. A special thanks to our college secretary Ashok Kumar Mundraji and our beloved principal Captain Dr. S. Santosh Babu sir for encouraging us to conduct 50 days National Webinar Marathon 2021. A very special thanks to Dr. T. Velmurugan sir, advisor and head Department of DCA for his immense support throughout our webinar marathon. I must thank the organizing team to make this webinar successful. Last but not least, I would also like to thank all the participants for their active participation. Thank you all once again. Thank you, sir.
Yes, madam. Thank you.
Ramya, one
Thank
more
you.
screenshot, pa. One more screenshot, pa.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Sir, video on
Broadcast end பண்ணிடுறேன், ma'am.
Sir, video on.